Okay, boys, welcome back to another POI breakdown. We're here in Coral Castle, man, so that's obviously a nasty spot. It's actually a clean spot, man. It doesn't get contested too much because of, Season 6, mechanical parts, primal bones. There's not a lot of that going on up here, which makes it a great drop spot because who wants to go there, Look at all this loot. Look at all these chests, man. You won't need mechanical parts with all these chests because you literally have such a high rate of coming out here with a full purple loadout, man. I'm not even capping. And worst case scenario, there's always more cars, there's always more cars you can get. But I want to get in and talking about specifically how I'm going to run this drop spot. And I'll do my little vision thing where I kind of make a vision. I already know how this is going to run because I've had a little look over it beforehand because I turned on chests and then shit myself, man, because I didn't realize there was this much chests here. And I might actually invest a bit of time into dropping here and seeing if it can work for me and my trio in the future because it's actually kind of nasty, man. And obviously I'm going to break down the, your simple POIs and your simple, like, I guess, visions of where you could land. So it's obviously this building. You could do some sort of split up here as well. You could definitely have a split going on right here between all of these. And then probably rotate up to here. So I'm just showing you, like, all your different options. And then you've got this whole shit show over this side of the map. Like that. So that's basically what you've got to work. And you can have a little spot up here where, you rotate up to that shit and all. But that's what we've got, man. That's what we've got to work with. Right there, like that. They're the main buildings. They're the main points you can loot. But I have developed an insane way to loot it, man. I'm actually happy about it because it's pretty clean. Now, before I do go into looting, you're probably wondering if you're new here what these all mean. Blue is the IGL, man. So blue represents an IGL's loot path, the building he's going to land at. And I'm going to show you, it'll understand, man. It makes it very simple. Everybody here understands how these work. Hopefully, man, I haven't gotten any comments saying I don't have a clue what's going on. Fragger, if I draw a box in purple, the fragger lands there, man, and, it's just Fragger's loot route. Same with support, man. It's very simple. You'll tag along, man. Trust me, I'll make sure you understand as I'm going. Now, I have to address one question first. One of my boys, I actually can't remember who it was. I think it's TRM, asked, why don't I do the IGL in green? And it was a good suggestion, man. When I do the IGL in green, it looks a bit annoying to me that it doesn't stand out too much on the green. I don't know, like in my screen it looks great, but in recording it looks terrible. And now I'm gonna have the same problem because Coral Castle is blue and I'm drawing blue on blue. It's not as bad, but it's definitely a problem. But that's why I'm not doing green, man, because most of the map is green and it's just kind of annoying. But without further ado, I think that's the word. Let's get straight into it, man. Let's get rid of all this shit off the screen first. And for people who always ask, man, I always get the comments. I will save you commenting. The software I'm using is Epic Pen. That's where I get all this ink looking shit from. Hopefully my face cam's only covering one chest, so that shouldn't be too much of a pain. I didn't actually know it was covering a chest, man. But it is what it is, isn't it? Actually, I might be able to fix that real quick. Boom. There we go. Saved everybody a bit of hassle. Now, let's get straight into things. I don't want to be, dossing around too long, man. I want your IGL to land right here, okay? And also, for you boys that are new, I will draw multiple boxes like this, but the one with the circle in it is where you should land. It's not exactly on that circle, but it's that building. So hopefully that does bring a bit of clarity. So for an IGL, that's definitely where you should be landing. And I know it only has 4 chests, and you could be landing somewhere with 7, plus the 6 chests, which equals 13 chests. But look, this place can get contested pretty heavy, and I know that for a fact because I have tried here before, way back, and I didn't like it, so I just kind of put it off. It's like I don't like looting there, I don't like swimming, I don't like how contested it is for such a shit POI, but then when I come in here, it's like, holy shit, I did not know all these chests were here. And I'm going to break it down for you right now, man. What we're going to do is have our IGL land here, our fragger is going to land here, like so, up on this mountain somewhere, man. I think that's the safest spot to do. Actually, I'll draw a smaller circle so you boys understand, man. Trust me, I'll do the full route, man. Sorry I'm taking so long, man. It's not that I haven't done one of these videos in a minute. But I'm just getting comfortable with it, man. Rotate down here, get this chest. This is for your thing, by the way. Obviously, your fragger. Yeah, and you're just rotating here. And then here's where you stop and wait till the next part of the video. And now what we're going to do is pull out the support, which is the red. Support is going to land here. And I'll show you why I'm doing this kind of a rotate right now, man. It's very simple understanding to why. But it's very simple, but not very simple. You'll see, man. Trust me. You'll see. I got you. I got you, bro. Right. That's pretty simple, okay? So you have your red comes down to here, and then your pink goes to here, and now you boys meet up. Okay, so you boys meet up, and as a team, you can go into loot here if it is contested. So look how compact this is. Look how much loot you've accumulated. I like that word, man. You've taken up this whole... Look at this. You've taken up this whole island, okay, which is way bigger than this whole thing. Now, this will take a minute or two to loot, but with two people here working against each other, so one works down and one works up and you meet in the middle, that is very, very helpful, man. Trust me on that. That's a fast way to loot. And notice the way we landed up top with the IGL. And the reason we did that is because if zone pulls, it's very unlikely that zone pulls like this, where you have zone up here and you can chill out for a bit. It's very unlikely. So you want to be prepared to work your way down. So if we land up at the top of the POI up here, we're already working our way down and we're meeting up here in the middle to work our way down as a team. And we're compact that way. The only risk is when the IGL is up there by himself. But he does have options, man. He does have options. If there's so many people here and they see him land solo or get a few shots on him, he can pull back. He's got 3 chests up here, which I normally actually wouldn't go for unless it is uncontested and you've got time. Or you can just pull out and follow the whole route of your teammate, and you know, you're again, you just cut corners and pull up here, and now all 3 of you boys are comboed together, and it's just insane. It's just fun. It's Gucci. Get what I'm saying, man? Get what I'm saying? So now that you have that, we don't need to work like this. But your IGL is obviously, if all goes well, can work its way down too. And whatever chest, if you want to pick up this chest, you know, go for it. If you want to pick up this chest, go for it. Only pick up one and then either work in like this or work in like them. Sorry for my bad drawing, boys. I don't know how I've made it this far in life with these terrible drawings. But again, now I won't draw a big circle. I'll come up with a yellow. Yellow meaning your whole team is here in this scenario, okay? Yellow is just kind of a color I use randomly. Now your whole team is here. And the chest you have is, your fraggers picked up 4 chests. Your support has actually picked up 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests, and then you as an IGL have picked up 6 chests. So it's actually all around good. And now you're going into a building with 14 chests. And I even turn off chests, turn on floor loot. Look how much floor loot you're picking up on the way as well, man. Picking up about 2, 3, 6, then another 5, 9 for your IGL. You can probably pull over here now. See, look, if I didn't do that, you wouldn't know that this chest is better to go to, because in this little space over here, you've got 6 floor loot. And that's definitely worth pulling that way then versus pulling this way for the 1 chest. You can get 1 potential chest and 6 potential floor loot. So definitely pull right and down. So let me just get rid of this right here for you now so you don't get confused, because I'm a legend and I want to help you get better at the game. I know I usually do little cuts. Not usually last week in the POI breakdown, I kind of split it up and made it very more, I guess, longer and understanding. But I want to save you boys a bit of time today and get it under control. And see, the thing with this loot route is it works if you're uncontested. It works if you're contested. So you don't need to know 2 or 3 different ways of landing. Just run this time and time again. And, you know, it's just Gucci, man. It's clean. It's under control. I like it, man. I don't really need to talk too much more about the POI end of things. But I usually show you rotation methods. And there's only 2 or 3 in this one. So let me cut straight to that very quickly, man. It's the only cut I'm making the video. Let's get it going, man. Okay, boys, if you are enjoying this video, I do recommend hitting that sub button, man, because I'm trying to help you improve. That's my goal, man. I don't really mind about my numbers going up or down, man. I'm just trying to help you as an individual that's watching this, and I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. Not even in-game, man. I'm not trying to improve your mechanics like I do, but like I'm trying to improve your confidence, your skills at life, man, and everything else on top of that, and apply it to Fortnite. That's how you get cracked at this game, man. It's all about up in here. And that's what we talk about on this channel, as well as a bit of mechanical stuff. A lot of mechanical stuff and metas and stuff. And all other stuff. But I don't want to promo too much longer. If you don't want to click off the video and you're too lazy to, in the bottom right, there's a little wolf logo. Tap that. Pop-up comes up. Click that to subscribe. Gucci, let's go. Next part of the video. Okay, so you've made it to part 2 of this video, where we're going to be talking about the rotations. I'm going to show you 3 different types of rotations that you can pull off. 1 is going to be for strict placement points, and you're going to try and avoid players. 2 is going to be a hybrid, kind of like you can avoid people, and if you do find people, it's going to be like 1 team at a time, kind of, you know, the way you kind of want things to be. Or 3 is going to be a psychopathic way, where if you want kills, this is the best way to do it. And I might depending on the POI, sometimes I realize something as I'm going along where like this is a death trap. Don't rotate this way, no matter how aggressive you want to play. So I'm going to start off with blue. Blue meaning like it is a clean way to rotate. So clean ways to rotate out of Coral Castle for clean placement is something like this. So you pull around and out like this. I'm just saying if this is the zone and you want to rotate like out or some shit like that, man. It doesn't even matter if the zone is here or not. It just looks clean if you get me. I can get rid of it actually. It's kind of confusing. Let's just imagine there's no zone because I didn't mean that to be a zone. So you can rotate out and down like this. That is terrible. Like this. That's also terrible, but we'll roll with it. You can rotate out like this. This is super placement heavy. Rotating around like that. Trying to avoid getting killed and stuff like that. It's super placement heavy. You can also kind of, if you don't have time, is to pull out here and join in with this. That is also a great way to do it. And that fully avoid kills. You know, there are the 3 ways to do it. If you have time, again, you can run something like that, but there's no real reason to. That's all I'm saying. So they're the safest way to rotate straight out of your POI right there. And then we can move up to, you know, the pink, which is kind of like the medium way. I'm pretty sure that's the color I use. And then red is like super hostile. I'm just trying to like keep the same color code as I was using. So it's the same kind of rotate, but instead of rotating up on the thing, you rotate down here where you can pick up a few kills. You get me? Or even if you want to skip that. No, not really. I was going to show you a different way, but it's kind of a bad way. So I don't want to show you something that's wrong. But look. Straight up there, you might get a kill or two, and you might come across people rotating from down here. Shark people could be behind you. You could set up for beams. I don't really know the scenario of the game, but look, that's a great way to rotate. And even if you want to keep that going, keep pulling down this coast. Okay, keep pulling down the coast. I'll show you what. If you have zone here, this is overpowered because of 3 things. I'm gonna do little circles on the map. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 vendors there, man. 1, 2, and 3. You can pick up some serious amount of gold off them. You got John Wick. You've got a fish stick, and then I think you've like some Bob the Builder looking fool up here, or a gnome or some shit, man. I'm not really sure on the one up there. Someone let me know in the comments. Also in the comments, let me know that you subscribed, man, because I will reply to every single one of you legends down there. You know I do. So let's keep motoring, man. Great way to rotate right here. You can also pull off like this, and go. There's 2 ways you can do this. 3 ways you can do this, man. Which is, oh shit, man. You don't want to do that. And anyway, I can tell you that for a fact. Don't do that. You can rotate like this, which is a bit more, again, heavy, because you're rotating right in front of stealthy. So a team can come out and ambush you. You're not rotating behind it. So you're rotating in front of it, kind of waiting for like a T-bone effect where you just hit them right here, okay? They're rotating and then you hit them. It's kind of like you're hijacking a bank truck, or a Brinks truck as I call them. I think that's what they're called, man. But it's kind of the same effect. You can also rotate off of here and then go straight into Pleasant, actually. That's not what I want to talk about right now. That's for the other bit, man. I keep messing up, boys. I don't want to cut the video though, because I like keeping it organic like this. Better interaction and shit, man. And then you can keep full on around and then come around here. You get me? Or you can veer off and go over towards Craggy. There's different ways you can play it depending on the zone. But if you're going to talk about strict W keying, there's 2 places you can go, man. Strict W keying straight into Pleasant, straight into Sweaty. Sweaty isn't even a bad place to go to, man, but just be careful, because if it's an awful bus drop, it can be stacked as hell. And I would say, man, if you're rotating late out Coral, man, I would say just watch this stream here. This stream tends to be like a hot point where I would just normally avoid. Like, you've got cars now, man. You don't need to be putting yourself in a pinch between everyone rotating down and people trying to hold. That's what always happens in this lake. And I think that's as much. Like, I don't really need to go into any more detail, so I'm going to end the video right here. You can probably see 2 things on screen right now. One is a playlist for all the other POI breakdowns, and then I have a rotations guide specifically. Like, it's only new, man, so I don't know what's going on in there, but it's a lot of rotation shit, like early, late games, early rotations, late rotations, all this different shit, man. It's going to be stacked full of new content. Make sure you're subbed, make sure you liked, and I'm out here, man. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully I was more helpful than any other video you could have clicked on. I'm out here, man. Thank you.